Hello, good afternoon, y'all. Hey, I am just here to muse for a minute. I hope y'all doing well today. I had quite a crazy and psychotic day yesterday. Okay, it was just like filled with all kinds of crazy and psychopathy. Okay. Okay, it was filled with a lot of cray cray and a lot of psychopathy. Seriously, I'm trying to find my I'm getting ready to um go downstairs and get me some coffee. I actually uh I am feeling so much better than what I used to, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That whole energy harvesting thing is very, very real. Um Typically I used to, if I was ever up with insomnia for an extended amount of time, my spirit guides would let me know that they would let me know the next morning that people were factually feeding successfully. Since I have done this one ritual, wiped it completely out. So, like for example, normally if because I know for a fact that somebody was trying to energy harvest off me yesterday, which is usually the only reason. And that's not the only reason why I have insomnia. Sometimes I just have insomnia because my spirits want me to pay attention to something. Sometimes I have insomnia because it's I'll be thinking about something really really hard, something that and I was thinking about something really really hard. But in either case, I would wake up the next morning feeling as though just I would go to sleep, but then I would wake up feeling sick, like just icky, just real icky, just like what the hell is going on. And so there's this one specific ritual that I do for energy harvesters or psychic vampirism, and it actually does work. Okay, it actually does work. Um So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty decent. I don't feel sick or anything. I don't feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I am, however, irritated because I got to do some cleansing of the house today. And I can tell that I need to do some cleansing. And then once I get off of here, I'm going to get some work done. I do have a class a little bit later, but I haven't heard from my student yet. So I'm going to wait to hear from her or either call her when I get off of here. I want to talk a little bit, though, real quickly. I want to muse with y'all a little bit about the type of person that I am. Um, hey, one EQL. Um, I can honestly say that I don't have attachment issues. And when I say attachment issues, I believe that there are some people that have these issues to where they can't just walk away from people and situations with zero fucks given. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I am on Team Cutthroat. If you are proudly on Team Cutthroat, hit that thumbs up. It's not that being on Team Cutthroat makes you a bad person. I think that it makes you a very solid person, because I think that what it means is that you don't, hey Lady Eve, hello, good afternoon. I think that what that means though is that you are not staying attached to the wrong people or attached to the wrong situation. Now, I think, of course, when it comes to me, even if a lover is a complete jerk, I ain't going nowhere. I do have attachment issues when it comes to that for the first time, but when it comes to certain people, when it comes to just people in general, like I will walk away, and I'm not the type of person to hold on. Even if I have a beef with a person, I don't need to settle the difference in order to move on. I don't need to I don't need to be cordial with you to move on. I just move on. You don't have to work out every beef. You don't have to work out every issue, because some people are just not worth it. I think that when people go around hey, I'm seeing it as an attachment issue. Seriously. You have attachment issues if you feel this need to be cordial or work things out or make somebody respect you. That's just like with me. I've had people disrespect me in the worst ways. Guess what? If they don't bother me, 2 days from now, I'm not thinking about them. 2 weeks from now, I'm not thinking about them. In 2 months, hell, their memory basically done disappeared from my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to think about you if it's been like 2 weeks or 2 months, especially if you have no significance to me. Technically you're not a friend. And I'm the same way when it comes to friends though. If you're a friend of mine and we don't see eye to eye, I can walk away from you, still have that issue with you, but forget about it. I can, oh yeah, we had an issue. It is what it is. Bye. See you next lifetime. So I'm not the type of person that has attachment issues. That would be considered an attachment issue. When you can't just walk away from people, especially people, to me, if you're not feeding, screwing, or financing me, you are irrelevant to me. Hey, Hearth, we're doing great. We're doing great. Um, if you're not feeding, screwing, or financing me, you are irrelevant to me. If you are not my child, you're irrelevant to me. I can't care. Does anybody else out there understand this? And I think that people that just can't walk away, it's like, hold on, why are you holding on to that? And you know what? I think we are dealing with people with that hoarding type of energy. Because yeah, hard. Because I've noticed that like when I start to feel this energy come in, and when some of these people start to clap down, my living room table starts to get hoarded. It starts to build up things. And see, I am an empath, and I can easily absorb energy from people. That's probably the reason why I don't have attachment issues. I don't want to be attached to people that are toxic to me. I don't care. I don't want to be attached to you. Part of the reason is because I'm so independent. I don't have people doing things for me. So I can't do that. Like right now, I've got to clear this table off. But anyway, I believe that people that just cannot let go, it's like they're collecting people. How and not only that, they're trying to invade the astral and the etheric place of those people. Why are you hoarding people? I've heard of people hoarding items and dolls and I think that that's generally the energy that we're dealing with, and I'm getting ready to free myself of it. I don't have an attachment issue. I don't have OCD. Not actually. Because if me and you have a disagreement, I can forget about you within a week. I can forget about you. And I don't think it's anything wrong with that. Is it anything wrong with forgetting about a person that is irrelevant to you, that disrespects you? Thank you, Lady Eve. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that that's a healthy person. I think that what's not healthy is for someone to continue on this cycle with this person. You know, I've noticed people online having attachment issues, and they need to get help for that. Listen, it can drive me crazy. I'm going to sit down and devise a plan on dealing with this because, I cannot conduct my business. Social media is not for social purposes. Even on my Facebook, I only have a few friends. I only have a couple of friends. Like, I don't have a bunch of friends on Facebook. And even if you send me a friend request, it may take me a while to accept your friend request. Right? My children are on my Facebook. A few of my family members were on my Facebook or are on my Facebook. I feel that that's why a lot of family issues don't get resolved because of attachment issues. Sorry, y'all. I didn't take my vitamin yesterday. I feel that people should focus on their children if they have them, and maybe their significant other, and work. Anybody or anything else outside of that is a disaster. Part of my line of business is dealing with people. Okay, that's great. That's what I love doing. But when it comes to people that want to keep an attachment to me, I don't like that. It makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. I don't like it at all. And I try not to be mean. I try not to be a mean witch. Hey, Kels. Yes, Heart. Is that actually a real show? I've noticed people with attachment issues, it'll be 2 years later and they'll still be subliminally attacking you, even though you've done nothing, even though you haven't done anything to them. You haven't hung around them. You haven't said anything to them. You haven't blatantly tried to make yourself known to them. I mean, coming in social media on YouTube is not that. I think people with attachment issues, they think it's all about them. I mean, it took 3 years for these people to accept that I have a real business and I make real money at it, and that I actually pay my real bills with it, and that I actually claim my company on my taxes every year. And this is the only source of income that I claim on my taxes. Their attachment issues are so bad. They're so bad that they completely ignored the fact that this is my source of income. So that meant that every time I came in social media, it was about them and not about the fact that this is how I earn a living. I'm gonna find out what mental illness that is. Now, I'm gonna need for some people to get some help. I am, and I truly believe that mental illnesses are spirit or demonic possession. I believe that they are. They can also be a learned behavior. But I think that even that learned behavior is based upon some kind of spiritual issue. I do. I've always felt that way. So that's why I find myself, when it comes to people with attachment issues, sending that energy back to them. And so I think that it can create sexual dysfunction in people because, and I think people like that have a hard time being loyal and faithful to their partners, people with attachment issues, because you supposed to be with this person, but yeah, you holding on to your ex from 20 years ago. Bye. I'm not that type of person that holds on to my ex. If it's over, it's over. Right. And it's like they take up so much of your time, and you start dealing with things like depression, anxiety. And that doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't. It doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't mean that I have a dissociative identity disorder or disassociation disorder. It means simply this: you're not relevant to my life. I don't like you. We don't get along. I don't have to work out this problem with you. I don't even know you. You got a serious attachment issue when you cannot get over the fact that you don't get along with another person and you just keep harassing. I agree, it's possession. I swear to you, and this month I am going to get that. My garage needs to be decluttered so bad, and I can honestly say that I have been negatively affected by a bunch of people with attachment issues. People that can't stop talking about you. They can't go more than 3 months or so without trying to commune with you. I don't want to commune with you. In fact, I don't want any kind of connection with you at all. Not a third party connection, not a grapevine connection. I don't want to, like, honestly, there should be no connection. There should be no tie. I'm wondering if that has something to do with my chart. I noticed that, and I've never been the type of person to attach, to have that attachment issue to people, unless you were a close friend. And if you're a close friend of mine and you do me greasy, bye. Not going to stay attached to you. That's a person with an attachment issue as well as a self-destructive problem. This is a person that has done you wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgive you. I just don't want anything to do with you. I'm going to keep a great distance from you because clearly it was not meant for you to stay in my personal space. What's wrong with that? It could be because of my Neptune is in Sagittarius. It could be that my sun sign is a Cancer. I am the Chariot. So if I look at a person as creating too many obstacles or an obstacle, I'm going to choose not to associate with you. Added with the fact that no, I don't have attachment issues. I'm going to already work that situation out in my head. And I would rather you forget about me. I am very telepathic, which means that I can pick up on people thinking about me. That's how sensitive I am. I'm a very sensitive person. So often what I'm finding myself having to do is write my name down on a piece of paper and saying everybody that I don't want an attachment with is blocked from my telepathy. Because what they will do is they will talk about you. They will think about you. And so I can even pick up on that. And the way that I respond to that is go away. So then I find myself having to banish that person. And to a person with attachment issues, they don't want to let go no matter what. And it's like, but you need to. This is toxic. And I don't have, like, if you're in a relationship with a man or a woman, every relationship has its problems. Every relationship, I'm talking about intimate relationship, has its problem. Every single one of them. There is none that doesn't. There is none. But I'm sorry, you are not in an intimate relationship with me. We have not been intimate. You're not important to me. You're not important to me, right? So why are you even still here? Go. Oh, well, I'm not bothering you. I'm going to attach with somebody that knows you. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be silenced. These people need to know that they have an issue. That's just like even with family. Even with family. When I realized that I needed to work on my love life, this was when I was in my 30s. I didn't stay attached to my mother even. I didn't stay attached to her. When I realized there's an issue with my love life, I need to go and find love, which is connected to self. It's connected to your self-love too. I don't want to stay attached to family. I want to go and find my placement, which includes a man that is a source of security, support, sex, intimacy. And I had decided, since I didn't have that in my life because I had focused on raising my children for so long, that I was going to go and find that. And I think that it is important for mothers and fathers, if whether or not you're a single mother or a single father, to find love. I think it's a mistake for you to sit around for years and years and years and just be single and say, oh, I'm just going to focus on my children. Yeah, you're always going to focus on your children. But then if you keep that one area of your life missing, so anybody that, I think it's a mistake. So basically, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anybody that is an obstacle in my love life, I'm cutting you off. I don't want nothing to do with you. That means any female friends that are going around talking crazy, any female friends that are trying to make me look like I'm a lesbian, you especially got to go. Any female friends that are telling lies on me, you got to go. And I might curse you too. Girl, what's wrong with you? As a woman, I know exactly what I need. I need food, sex from a man, money, shelter. I don't need toxic females. See, I don't get lonely, Aquarian goddess. I don't get lonely. I get lonely without a man. I don't get lonely. So I don't know if you have children. I think it's different for people that have children because children are going to keep you so busy to where you don't have time to be lonely. They're always there. But no, I don't stay attached to nobody. I don't stay if especially if it's a toxic situation. I don't even feel isolated. Like right now, I consider a few of my clients and students my friends. Honestly, because there's a couple of my clients that we talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my spare time is being spent with my clients. If I'm not with somebody, just spending time with my children. So I definitely do have clients that a few of them that I consider to be friends. Okay. But other than that, I don't care. And what does that make me a bad person? It's like, I think that people that feel the need to stay attached to people, it's toxic. Especially if that situation does not serve my earthly purpose, my divine purpose, which I am very connected with. That's just like I'm very connected with my body. And I've been extremely irritated the past several years because of people in social media, especially on YouTube, with these attachment issues. Because there used to be a time, and I just started feeling this again. And I'm still this way to where I'm very, very connected with my body. I feel, and so I do feel very connected to my mind, my body, and my spirit. I don't want to be bothered with people that are toxic, that I really don't have no connection with. I mean, honestly, if that were the case, if you're going to stay attached to toxic people in social media, you might as well deal with your toxic ass family. You might as well deal with family that are toxic. I mean, I know for me, I shied away from family for a very long time because I felt like all they did was argue. And then when I came to social media, it was like a group of people that all they do is argue. I don't want to be around that. Y'all, I have been I'm going to admit to it that these people with these attachment issues, and they may feel like they got one over, it's caused depression. It has. It's caused for me to get depressed. I have been depressed because of it, because I genuinely don't like negativity. And I don't believe that these people have anything to really do with your shadow side. Your shadow work is a personal thing. I'm not an asshole really to the people in my life. Not really. If you are in my life, I'm definitely not an asshole to you. If we have a disagreement and you're being an asshole, then I'm going to be an asshole back with you. But I think that it's too many people that are. It's like it's too many people. Too many people. I was sitting here writing out a list of all of the people that have this attachment to me in social media, and it's too many of you. And I'm talking about a negative attachment. Too many, too many. Bye. That's how you deal with karmics. You cut them off. It's too much. It's so many people, so many people, so many people that want to stay attached, and it's unhealthy. I mean, hello, priorities. I know what is a priority, and I'm never distracted from my priorities. Priority is what? Priority is my children, well, myself first, my children, anybody that you may be in an intimate relationship with. That is your priority, not a bunch of people with attachment issues. Call either a psychic hotline or either call a mental health hotline. Don't call to me. I don't want, and you know what? I could possibly help those people. But at this point, it's too late for that. Like, even if I could have helped those people, I don't want to help them now because they got an attitude. At some point they formed an attitude about it. And it's like, well, then, and see, I'm not the type of person that's going to sit around and obsessively go, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about this person. And, oh my God, I just have to have some kind of communion with this person. And I just have to work this situation out somehow. Let me tell you something. If you are a woman or a man and we don't get along, I have the capability to walk away from you and never think about you. Not ever. I will never think about you. Ever, ever, ever. And you can tell that there's people that genuinely have those attachment issues. Why? Because you'll just, my spirits will be like, this person is still flashing your photograph, and this person is still doing that. And it's like, are you crazy? You are crazy. That is weird. That is a person that has a severe attachment disorder. How many times have I said, I'm in social media? Yeah, I've met a couple of friends on here. It ain't going to be those people. And those people are super duper attached. If I walked away from you, I had a reason to walk away from you. And it is within everybody's right to walk away from you. Whether or not you were bad for that person energetically, if you're bad for me energetically and you don't mean nothing to me, meaning that you're not an intimate partner, my child, because yeah, my son, I deal with a lot with my son. I've dealt with a lot with my youngest son, and I done got him together. He's almost there. Okay. But when A lot is going to change when he turns 10. So my focus is on him because his 10th birthday is going to be very special and very important. And my a large percent of my focus is on my son, my youngest son, because that's where it's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be a focus on a bunch of people and I'm wondering if that's what their parents did. If their parents actually focus more on a beef with some person that don't even matter other than them. That cycle is not going to repeat in my life. I couldn't even imagine this happening to me. Like I'm supposed to take my attention and my energy. Hey, Johnson fam. Hey, sweetie. I can't imagine taking my attention away from my baby, my child, that is important for a bunch of people with attachment issues and disorders that can't let go. Now, if you're a client, I may hear from, you know what? I noticed that I have maybe 3 or 4 clients that I became aligned with 6 or 7 years ago. Otherwise, I have had thousands of clients, and all of them, I did the work for them, and they are living their lives. The people that are still connected with me, there's a reason for that, and there's a positive reason for that. I don't stay connected with anybody negatively. No, you don't have to have negative people in your life. And I think some people will convince themselves, well, this is a balance. You're balanced by keeping a negative person around you and in your life that you know damn well is negative. And you know what? I may be negative to you. I've said this. Okay. Okay, fine. I've had people, oh, I have a problem with you. You're toxic. Yes, I am toxic to you, hun, because me and you don't see eye to eye. We don't get along. So then go. Does that make sense? It does, doesn't it? Seriously. And so I don't know. Like I'm thinking about writing down a list of everybody that has stayed attached to me somehow, and just doing a cord cutting, maybe doing a cord cutting jar. Okay, I need to do a cord cutting jar because I think that this is very unhealthy. I watch a reader on here. This lady gets hundreds of live viewers. She making bank. Okay, hey, I salute the sister. She is badass. You understand me? I love her readings. I love her insight. I don't really like the way she talks about witchcraft sometimes, but otherwise, can you imagine if all of those hundreds of people that watch her tried to stay attached to her? Like even 10 of those people, even 20 of those people that just wanted to be next to her. That would be weird. Can you imagine a celebrity, somebody like Michael Jackson, if somebody just wanted to be next to Michael Jackson? Just hundreds of thousands, millions of people. Can you imagine? And I believe that did Michael Jackson actually live at the Netherland Ranch? If he did, that may have been a mistake because, I know that it was already a tourist attraction before he passed away or either was murdered by Dr. Kevorkian. Anyway, um, that is a reading idea. I don't think the last channeling that I did with Michael Jackson, I don't think I looked at that doctor. Did he actually kill him anyway? On a side note, we might need to read into that situation. But Can you imagine if you lived at a house where hundreds of people just crowded up outside of your house every day? That's why I never wanted to be famous. Those types of things don't excite me. I guess if you're a person with attachment issues, I don't have attachment issues. And actually, to be honest with you guys, I am a very private person. I have deep regrets on any of my personal life or social life being put out to the public because it can be interpreted any way, and people can take it and interpret it and twist it the way that they want. And I haven't liked that. I haven't appreciated that. In fact, every single one of the so-called friends, there was a man and there was a woman that did that to me. Both of them were earth signs, and both of them I want nothing to ever do with ever again. And no, I'm not going to work that situation out with you. Maybe if you leave me alone for a while, maybe eventually I will be cordial with you, but you're not going to force it. You're not going to force me to be okay with you and what you've done. Okay. Because I'm just going to keep it all the way a buck with you. People that I've known personally that came on this platform and consistently tried to stay attached to me, or tried to do something to me. And so I understand why there's certain people that get upset about that. But see, as a content creator, it makes me feel a little paranoid that people don't understand me. I don't want people just thinking I'm some stupid idiot. So I have the right to be viewed as an intelligent person. I'm just a very forgiving person, especially when it comes to intimate partnerships. I'm very understanding. So I have the right to say, hey, I am empowering myself. I'm sorry if it's breaking up, y'all. My phone breaks up a lot when I'm in the kitchen. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. But I don't stay attached to strangers that I never met. And I had decided that I don't even want those people on my Facebook. I want people that I have more of a personal connection with on Facebook. I don't, otherwise I don't feel the need. I mean, go look at y'all Facebook. Does anybody really have 3, 4, and 5,000 friends? No. Nobody has thousands of friends. And y'all remember when I shut down my other Facebooks? I was just accepting friend requests from everybody. I had thousands of friends. I shut all that crap down. I shut all of it down. I don't really have a whole lot of Instagram followers, which, I'm thinking about definitely stepping up the, ante on my Instagram and on YouTube. But hold on. So people that have these attachment issues, you can tell because like the people that are just in general, like a lot of you that have been following me, that follow my work, that follow my channel, I'm not talking about you. Y'all are being supportive, but y'all are not trying to insert and violate my boundaries. Like I've had somebody attached to me, and this chick wants everybody to believe that I'm into women, and that irritates me. And yes, I am talking about you. Yes, I am talking about you. I'm not going to call your name, but you've lied to people and you've lied to yourself and you've told. And so it's like, I don't even know this chick. This chick does not know what I think about. She doesn't know what I think about. She doesn't know what I want. She doesn't know my innermost thoughts. She doesn't know what makes me laugh. She doesn't know what makes me cry. She knows nothing about me. But yet she follows me around creating judgment that's totally untrue. And this has been the main one that has had this attachment. And I don't want anything to do with her. She's a very unpleasant, cantankerous person. She's a liar. She's lied on me. She's violated my privacy. She's violated, my children. I don't want to be cordial with her. Never will I be cordial with her. It will always be a middle finger to her. If you can't live with that, you have problems. And you got to be a crazy person. You done did all this stuff. This chick, let me tell you what she did, man. She did a lot to me. How dare you believe that me and you can ever be cordial? Ever. I would, and I'm perfectly fine with moving on. I don't have to settle what difference? There is no differences. This goes far beyond us just having differences. This chick blatantly attacking me and my children. Now, we don't have no differences. You just need to move on. And I keep asking her, what are you gonna do? You gonna harass me to the end of time? She has attachment issues. Not only does she have attachment issues, but she has paranoid schizophrenic. She's a schizophrenic. She's narcissistic. And she has severe attachment issues. And if you don't bow down or either just stay attached to her somehow, she's going to act a fool. Well, I'm not going to stay attached to you. I would rather you do whatever you do. And it shouldn't have to be a fight. What is wrong with these types of people? And there's a male that is just like her that's in social media that is super duper attached, that can't let it go. You have a mental problem, obviously, when somebody is saying, I don't want an interaction with you. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting my loved ones. No, you don't have a connection with him or her or my daughter or my son or my mother or my father. You don't have a connection with nobody that's meant to be in my life. If you're trying to connect with somebody that is in my life, that is a part of me, then there is a problem. And this person just very disrespectful. And I'm tired of it. And it makes no sense. And I believe that this person, if she could collect everybody, if she could collect everybody's souls and energy and just keep it, she's a people hoarder. Even toxic people, even people that are toxic to her, even people that don't even really like her, people that just pretend to like her. She still feels the need to hold on to these people because she has an attachment disorder. A little bit. I'll get you some in a little bit, honey. You don't like Cheerios? They're good for you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to order groceries and I'll get you some cinnamon toast crunch, son. Okay, sweetie. That's what I'm saying. Bully killer. Hey, SC. Hey, sweetie. Bully killer. I want y'all to focus on this comment. Is this the woman you used to date bothering you? Sorry you were going through this. Bully killer. I've never dated a woman. Did you know that? I have never dated a woman. I've talked about it. I've gotten angry at men, and I have said, I have gotten angry at men and I've said, I'm a lesbian, I'm into women, but I've never actually dated or been with a woman because, I think it took me exactly 1 or 2 days to turn back straight, and I was humping on the tree outside. I've never dated a woman. I have never been in a relationship with a woman. I have never been in love with a woman. Not ever. But I thank you for giving me your support. I have never been in a relationship with a woman ever. There is no connection that I've had with any women that justifies the attachment that a couple of women have with me. There's been nothing that I have done to justify that attachment. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Whenever that situation rears its ugly head, I go and I talk to my spirits. I go and I talk because I feel like it's being forced on me. Well, I can't get a restraining order for someone else. I mean, obviously these people are not, the way that they're staying attached is trying to stay attached to other people. Whether or not, like I had one of them make connections with people in my family to the point where when my mother died, this chick was texting me. I was totally disturbed. I was absolutely disturbed. Trust me, when my mother passed away, that was the last person that I wanted to hear from. I did not want to hear from this chick. Since she formed attachments with people in my family, my cousin made a mistake and told her that my mother had died. You know what she did? She sends me this nasty message. Now, I had already found out that my mother had passed away from my daughters. Obviously, my daughters were going to be the ones to tell me that. So when she contacted me, I had already knew, but she left me a nasty, real nasty message when my mother had died. No sympathy, no empathy. And I went and if I were not so torn up about my mother being dead, I would have cussed my cousin from top to bottom for doing that. But see, that's her fault. And that is family members' fault. That's why I cut off some of my family. Because why are you staying attached to this person that I want nothing to do with? So um, yeah, like, so what they do is they will attach to people that know me. Even people that I don't talk to, or people that I currently talk to, or have some kind of current connection with. And so I guess the people that I love are supposed to cut me off because of this person that is irrelevant to me, that I want nothing to do with, can't let go. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I absolutely despise it. It sucks. It feels like a perversion. It feels like a glitch in the matrix. Yeah, but this chick, y'all should have saw the look on my face. You know the look that you make when you say this funky ass bitch, and how your mouth kind of curl up like, bitch, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to talk to you. You did so much to me. This chick tried to ruin my life and my reputation just because I unfriended her. It was disgusting the way she contacted me. And then she tried to, in the messages that she sent me, she tried to make it seem like I was refusing to talk to my family. No, chick, I talk to people in my family. I just don't fuck with you. Talking about, you need to get in touch with your family. If you don't, I'm going to go tell this other person, and you know you don't want to hear from her. As if it's a threat. No, you're not a threat to me. I'm a threat to you. Trust and believe that. Who the hell you think you are? You did all this to me. Not only that, she talked shit about my mom, and then you gonna call and tell me that you gonna text me and tell me that my mother died with an attitude. I will forever despise this chick. Do I sit around and think about her all the time? Hell to the no. Do I sit around and trip off of what she did? Hell to the no. But when I hear from her on any capacity, it makes me want to throw a bag of poop at her. It makes me want to curse the fuck out of her. I don't want to hear from her. I don't want to ever see this person again. And I'm not saying that. I am not saying that I'm not saying that just to be saying it. Like, I literally cannot stand this woman because she lied on me. The other chick that she used to spread these rumors about me, she's the same way. I want nothing to do with any of these women. Nothing. And I have a reason. And the people like, I'm gonna keep it. I'm just telling y'all, like, it really, really irritates me. They are so disrespectful. They are disgusting people. And they think that this kind of behavior is cute. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, and I can't stand them. And you know what? I feel that eventually all of them are going to get a dose of their own their own medicine. You already verbally tried to assassinate me. You tried to assassinate my character, and then you're going to have the nerve and the audacity to continue to try to stay attached to me somehow. Yeah, man, that's disgusting to me. And then try to act like we're your handlers. Since when? And some of these people actually believe that. Ain't none of them my handlers. I don't need handlers. And they lost their mind. These people really lost their mind. So, these people with these attachment issues, their family members are complete failures when you look at it. Because I believe that if some of their family members actually knew what they were up to, they would urge them to get some mental help. Leave this woman alone. Leave the people in her life alone. And then they'll go around trying to manipulate people. Oh, well, you shouldn't want nothing to do with her because she's a lesbian. Disgusting. Disgusting. And I don't wish good things for them either. I've never been the type of person to kiss ass. So if you are a woman following me around, trying to convince people in my life that I'm a lesbian, I got you first, straight up and down. So yeah, that's just on the side. For real, for real. That's on the side. No, you doing that, I got you cursed, son. And let me tell you something. Uh it may not have hit you yet, hon, but it's gonna hit you, baby. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. Trust me. Trust me. Eventually they're gonna have to experience real emotions and real love for a man. And he gonna do the same thing to them that they manipulated to happen to me, based upon their lies and their attachments. It's gonna be a time when they're gonna get real. And they're gonna fall in love with a man, and that man gonna do them the same exact way that I falsely got done. They're gonna know how it feels. They gonna know exactly how it feels because it don't feel good. It's not a good feeling when you're being lied on. It's not a good feeling when you got females using their feminine powers to do things to purposely hurt you. Yeah. So and just on a side note, I have never and would never do that to any woman, but I would do that to them. And my spirits are going to make sure of it. So it's like y'all can sit up here and act like you won something for now, but you just wait. Your time is coming. You're going to really love a man with your whole heart. You're going to have an attachment to that man with your whole heart, body, and soul. And he's going to treat you the same way that you falsely made me get treated. Straight up and down. So I have faith in karma. That's one thing I'm going to always have faith in. I ain't going to never not have faith in karma because there was no reason for them to do that. They had already did stuff for me to me for years. And I got past that. It didn't work. People are not stupid. God is going to always let the truth prevail. The crazy lies that they told on me, this chick was trying to destroy me. So then they figure, oh, well, I know that she loves somebody, so I'm going to try to destroy that. And please believe that the day that you're ever to destroy that, which they have before, you're going to go through the same damn thing. Trust and believe. You are not safe and protected from karma, and you never will be. It may not mean that that man is going to leave you. That man may not leave you and abandon you, but that man is going to give you hell the way you brought that hell into my life. That man going to give you hell. I have faith in that. And you're going to be like, you're going to be crying. I'm talking about gut-wrenching cries. When they attacked me when my mother died, y'all, there were times when my mother died, there was a few crying spells that I had that I actually thought that I was going to die. Losing your mother, no matter how bad the relationship was, is extremely traumatizing. I would sit there and I had these really bad crying spells to where I felt like my heart was going to break when my mother died. I just sat there and I just said, oh God, please help me. I just kept calling out God's name. God, please help me. God, please help me right now. Please help me. I need your help. I was on my hands and knees when my mother died, and these people continue to attack me. None of that is going to go unpunished. None of it. So I have faith in that. I do. I have faith in that. Seriously. I was sitting there like that is, oh my God. And you know what? Even though my mother kind of turned against me towards the end of her life, being so close to my mother for most of my life, of course I'm going to grieve for her. Of course. And she wasn't a perfect parent, but you're not going to be okay if you're like I'm glad that I was able to release those emotions that I had, because if I didn't release those emotions, it could have killed me. If you keep that stuff bottled up, like I was just like, it's a horrible feeling losing your mother. It's a horrible feeling. I don't care who you are. Yeah. Right. I agree with you. But I think that it's okay as a YouTuber, as a vlogger. I mean, I watch a lot of vloggers, and when they go through life changes like losing their mother or losing any other family member or just going through some kind of mourning or loss, I have seen so many people cry just because these people are sick and perverted doesn't mean that I can't express myself emotionally. I'm not going to not express myself emotionally because of these sick people. So they can feed all they want. You know, when my mother died, it was bad. It was bad. And that and it is what it is. I mean, they were such jackasses that somebody actually was harassing me and re-uploaded it to their channel because they're sick people. They're sick and they're physically sick too. So if that's what they need to feed on, more karma to them. More karma to them. Mm-hmm. SC, my uncle actually found my mother, and he hasn't been the same since either. I'm glad that I wasn't the one to find her like that because I wouldn't have been able to handle it. You know, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. In fact, I had a near death experience, you know, on her funeral day, at her funeral. I had a near death experience. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And I'm going to tell y'all, I've seen people with some horrible mothers. You still got to get ready for the grieving. Because, you know, honestly, I have, trust me, I have clients that have horrible mothers that have sold them out and sacrificed them. And I don't even want to talk about what my mother did. I'm not, because I'm over it. I'm past it. I'm healed from it. But even with her doing those things to me, it was still it was like a nightmare. It's the only thing that I can just, the only word I can use to describe losing my mother is that it was a nightmare. It was like an actual living nightmare. Even though we didn't get along, even though I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff that she did, it still was horrifying. So, you know, um, yeah, so, and I'm not an emotional vampire. When I get emotional, I don't mind, like, if these people need to feed off of my emotion to make them feel better or to cry, go right ahead. I'm not an emotional vampire. Sometimes I have to release. So right now, I'm not trying to make anybody feel sad. I'm actually, you know, I do have a lot of Gemini. The way that I trigger people in a good way to release their negative emotions is good. Like, I feel like it's a good thing. I'm not going to abuse anybody to get them to do that, because I noticed that some people have a tendency to do that. And when they do that, I'll just release this emotion that's been kind of stuck, and I'll feel better. Oh man, SC. Yeah, I've had to do a lot of healing candles on myself since my mother passed away. It's like a part of you dying. It's horrible. It's horrible. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though on there was a lot of surface stuff, you know, with when it comes to close relationships like your husband, you know, your twin flame, your soulmate, um, your children, and I gotta leave, y'all. I gotta go because I have a class scheduled. All of those things, all of those people, like, even if you have issues with them on the surface, deep down, you have love for them. You do. That's like a normal human emotion. You should never feel bad for that or feel weak. You should never feel weak because you feel emotion for the people that you love and the people that love you. That's pretty normal for you to love the people that love you. And I'm going to tell you what else is normal. If you part ways with a friend, and everybody has pretty much been, it's like a bad spirit over everybody. And I don't like it, which is why when I talk about the people that I'm upset with that are in my life, I try not to be hateful or spiteful, because I had gotten into this habit of being hateful and spiteful whenever people would piss me off. And that was something that was not like me. So that was a spirit. And I don't know where that spirit came from. But if it's a friend, I'm talking about a friend. I'm not talking about a lover. This person was not my lover. This person was a friend. It is normal for you to experience emotions about that person. And maybe for a little while talk shit, not for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. That's your problem. If me and you fell out and parted ways back in 2013 or 2014, babe, and here we are 10 years later and you still tripping, that's no longer about me. That's been about you and your mental problems. That don't have nothing to do. What's not normal is continuously sneaking around stalking somebody for several years. That's not normal. Okay, and it's not normal at all to expect that person to show any kind of respect for you. It's not normal for you to disrespect a person, try to kill a person, try to get a person killed, and expect to be accepted and expect for that person to be happy about you still sneaking around that person. Like, you got to be batshit crazy. You got to be batshit crazy for you to try to literally, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I first got to Georgia, this person tried to have me murked by the police. This person set me up for murder. And for years, it was like this person expected me to be her friend. And when I told her, I ain't gonna never be your friend, you tried to kill me. Now the stalking, the constant stalking, that's not normal for a person to do that. It's probably not against the law. I don't know. But it's, so it just is sick, it's disgusting. And I just wish that these people with these attachment issues would just let go. So, I think that this should be the theme. And I think I'm gonna switch up my readings. I think I'm gonna come back a little bit later and do some all-in-ones. I gotta go, y'all, because I have a class that I'm gonna sit here and do some meditating and some releasing before I start the class, a couple of minutes of it. Because I got some important stuff to talk to the student about. But I think that we need to seriously dig into that, because whenever I have done any lives shows about attachment disorders and letting go, I noticed this weird energy in the air. And I'm going to force that. I'm going to be speaking about it. I'm going to do some readings on it. And it'll probably either be later on this evening or either tomorrow. And I want to do like readings for people that, like for each sign, is there anybody, a person, a situation that you need to let go of? And because I think letting go is good. Some people you do need to let go of. I don't need to let go of the people that I love just because a bunch of people with attachment issues can't let go. Y'all need to let go. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys are going through that, to where it's a person that doesn't know how to let go, refuses to let go, and is trying to cause problems and discord in your life. So I'll be back later on, and I'm going to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep talking about this letting go, because, and you know what? I'm not going to continue to speak about it from a personal standpoint. We're going to talk about it from a more of a professional standpoint with some readings, and we're going to look at each individual sign And, I want to do this every new moon and full moon. Let go. Let people live their lives. Let people move on. You move on, let them move on. Okay? And I think that that's healthy. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for coming. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see y'all later. Okay? Peace and love to y'all.